This person loves you, but has a serious problem with your appearance. My beloved child, before you even blink, understand this one thing: something huge is waiting for you. And the moment you hear what I'm about to reveal, your heartbeat will not stay the same. There is someone, yes, someone you already know, someone whose eyes always find you even in a crowded room, who carries a love so deep for you that they can't sleep properly anymore. But listen carefully, because the truth they are hiding is not small. This person loves you, but they have a serious problem with your appearance, and the reason behind it is nothing like you are imagining. This is not about judgment, not about beauty, not about insecurity, no. It's something far darker, more personal, and unbelievably emotional. And if you skip even 1 second, you will miss the reveal that will flip everything you believed upside down. Amen. Blessing 111. But here's the twist you never saw coming: they are not unhappy with how you look, they are terrified. Terrified because your appearance reminds them of someone from their past, someone who broke them so deeply that even now their soul shakes when they see the same spark in your eyes, the same stubbornness on your face, the same silent strength in your walk. Every time they look at you, they feel a storm inside, a storm of love, fear, desire, trauma, and longing fighting together. They want to move closer, but something inside them holds their hand back. They want to confess everything, but their past slaps them before they utter a single word. And this emotional war within them is the reason they act strange, hot and cold, up and down, sometimes full of affection, and sometimes they suddenly pull away. They aren't rejecting you, they're trying to protect their heart from breaking again. And still, even after all that, they cannot stop loving you. Not for a moment. Amen. Blessing 222. What's even more shocking is this: the real reason they have a problem with your appearance is because you look exactly like the person they prayed for all their life. And that scares them. Yes, your face, your smile, your expressions, your style, everything about you resembles the exact image they once told the universe they wanted. This isn't a coincidence, this isn't an accident, this is alignment, destiny, divine timing colliding with their unhealed wounds. They think, how is it possible that someone looks exactly like the person I imagined? And instead of feeling blessed, their first instinct is fear. Because in their life, whenever something too good appeared, it didn't stay. That's why they try to distance themselves from you, not because you are not enough, but because you are too much, too perfect, too aligned, too close to their heart's blueprint. And this perfection scares them more than their past ever did. But they can't run anymore, because destiny is already pulling you two toward a turning point. And in the coming days, this truth will explode into reality. Amen. Blessing 333. Listen carefully now, because what I'm about to reveal next will shake your mind deeper than anything said before. Something huge is waiting for you, and this is where the story turns explosive. The person who loves you, yes, the same one who has been fighting their own emotions, has been hiding a truth that they never wanted you to know. The problem they have with your appearance isn't about your looks, it's about how intensely they react to you. Every time they see your face, something inside them collapses. Barriers they built, scars they buried, memories they erased all start waking up again. You don't just remind them of someone from their past, You remind them of the version of themselves they lost along the way. They see strength in your eyes that they once used to carry. They see softness in your smile that they once protected. They see fire in your presence that they once fought the world with. And this reflection terrifies them. Because loving you feels like facing everything they ran away from. And yet, they can't stop. They don't know how to stop. Your presence disables their defense system. Your aura breaks open their numbness. Your existence forces their heart to feel again. And for someone who has lived years inside emotional walls, that feeling is too raw, too intense, too real. Their problem is not you, their problem is that you awaken the version of them they buried. Amen. Blessing 444. Here's the revelation you were not ready for: they avoid you sometimes not because of hesitation, but because they are scared you will see through them. They worry that the moment you look into their eyes, you will notice the fear, the longing, the wounds they carry. Your appearance, your vibe, your presence, it all unlocks a vulnerability in them they don't want anyone to see. They want to appear strong but melt inside when you talk. They want to look detached but fall apart when you walk away. They want to stay composed but replay your words for nights. They can't handle the power you unknowingly hold over them. And what scares them the most is that you don't even try, yet you affect them more than anyone ever has. That is the serious problem they have with your appearance. Your face is their truth. Your face is their reality. One look at you and every lie they told themselves crumbles. They told themselves they'd never fall again, but your presence dragged them into a free fall they were never prepared for. They told themselves they'd never trust again, but your voice made their soul calm in ways nobody else ever could. They told themselves they didn't need love, but your energy reminded them of everything they've been starving for. And now, they are trapped between fear and desire, between hesitation and longing, between running away and running toward you. Amen. Blessing 555. And now comes the part that will shock you the most. This person has been trying to change themselves because they feel you are too good for them. They have a problem with your appearance not because they dislike anything about you, but because they don't think they deserve someone who looks like you. In their mind, someone with your glow, your charm, your uniqueness, your energy belongs with a person who has everything figured out. They look at you and think, how can someone like them choose someone like me? They don't see their own worth. They don't see their own depth. They don't see that you noticed their soul before their face. And this insecurity grows inside them like wildfire. They fear losing you before they even have you. They fear disappointing you before the story even begins. They fear that if they open up, you might someday realize you deserve better, and that exact fear makes them act strange. That is why they sometimes pull away suddenly, not because they stopped caring, but because they care too much. Not because they think less of you, but because they think less of themselves. And very soon, much sooner than you expect, this person is going to face that fear, break their silence, and reveal everything they've been burying inside. Prepare yourself, because this confession will not be small. It will be life-changing. Amen. Blessing 666. Now pay attention, because this is the moment everything becomes clearer than ever before. Something huge is waiting for you, and what I'm about to unveil will pull you deeper into the truth they have been dying to hide. This person, yes, the same one whose heart races the moment your name appears, has been fighting an emotional breakdown every time they see you. The problem they have with your appearance, it's not rejection, it's not dislike, it's not judgment, it's overwhelming attraction mixed with uncontrollable fear. Your presence hits them like a wave they cannot control. Your beauty, inner and outer, disarms them. Your aura pulls them in before their mind can form a single logical thought. And this intensity scares them more than heartbreak ever did. When they look at you, they don't just see a person, they see possibility, vulnerability, future, risk, danger, hope, and desire all at once. It's too much, too fast, too strong. They feel exposed. They feel seen. They feel understood. And that level of emotional nakedness? They've never experienced it before. Your appearance is a mirror they cannot escape, a truth they cannot deny, a connection they cannot control. That's why they act confused, that's why they hesitate, overthink, pull back, and then suddenly move closer again. It's because you shake their soul every time you walk into the room. Amen. Blessing 777. But here's where the revelation gets even stronger. This person compares themselves to you constantly. They think you are out of their league, out of their world, out of their reach. They feel small next to you, not because you make them feel that way, but because their past stripped away their confidence. They look at your appearance, your style, your presence, your glow, and it triggers every insecurity they ever buried. They think, how can someone like them ever choose someone like me? And this thought, this exact fear, becomes the root of every misunderstanding between you two. They distance themselves because they don't want you to see their flaws. They avoid eye contact because your eyes make them tremble. They hide their feelings because they believe revealing them would make them look weak. But what they don't know is that you already see their soul, and that is exactly what you love the most. Their fear is based on illusions. Their insecurity is built on old wounds. Their hesitation comes from past pain, not from anything you did. And slowly, destiny is crushing those walls around their heart. They will break soon, not because they are weak, but because you are the first person their heart actually trusts. Amen. Blessing 888. Now the part that will shock you to your core. Someone close to them noticed how they react to your appearance. Someone around them, either a friend, a coworker, or a relative, saw the way their eyes soften when you appear, saw the way they freeze when you enter the room, saw the way they secretly fix themselves when they know they'll meet you. And that person told them something that shook them completely. You're scared of them because they're exactly what you want. Do you understand how powerful that is? It exposed them. It forced them to face the truth they were running from. It pushed them to realize that avoiding you, pretending, hiding, acting cold, it's all pointless. Because love like this cannot be hidden forever. Their heart is reaching a breaking point, a point where their feelings will explode out of them whether they want it or not. And in the coming days, there will be a moment, unexpected, unplanned, unstoppable, where this person will reveal exactly how deeply they love you, and why your appearance shook them to their core. That confession will change everything between you two forever. Amen. Blessing 999. Here is where the truth gets dangerously close, and you must not blink now, because something huge is waiting for you in these next lines. The person who loves you, yes, the one who pretends they don't feel anything, has been losing control over their emotions every single day because of one simple thing: your appearance is their weakness. They can lie to others, they can lie to themselves, they can even pretend they've moved on from their past, but the moment they see you, their entire defense system collapses. They try to act normal, but their hands shake. They try to speak casually, but their voice softens. They try to hide their feelings, but their eyes give away everything. And do you want to know the real reason behind it? Your appearance reminds them of a dream they once had, a dream they buried, a dream they never believed they deserved. When they look at you, they don't just see a person, they see purity, warmth, hope, comfort, something rare, something they thought they'd never find again. Your face, your expressions, your energy, all of it hits them like a memory they lost long ago. And this memory isn't a person, it's a version of life they never got to live. You represent the life they wanted but never had. You represent the love they prayed for but never received. You represent the peace they chased but could never hold. And this level of emotional impact terrifies them because loving you feels like stepping into destiny, and destiny is something they never trusted. Amen. Blessing 1111. But listen now, because what I'm about to reveal will twist your entire understanding of this situation. That serious problem they have with your appearance? It has turned into a silent obsession. They notice everything about you, your smallest changes, your mood, the way you dress, how you carry yourself, how you speak, how you laugh, how you look when you're deep in thought, how you avoid eye contact when you're nervous. They observe it all. They don't say it, but they do. And that observation has created a storm inside them, a storm that grows stronger every time you two get closer. They compare everyone else to you, even when they don't want to. They try to meet new people, but nobody looks like you. Nobody feels like you. Nobody has your energy. Nobody captures their attention the way you do without even trying. And this scares them, because it means they're already emotionally tied to you in ways they can't undo. But the shocking part? They think you don't notice them. They think you don't feel anything. They think you're living freely while they are drowning in emotions they can't control. They believe you only see them as someone, not the one. And this fear turns into insecurity, insecurity turns into hesitation, hesitation turns into silence, silence that hurts them every day. And soon, this silence will break. They cannot hold it inside anymore. Amen. Blessing 1212. Now comes the revelation that will shake you to your core, the truth that will connect everything together. Someone very close to this person recently commented on how strongly they react to your appearance. And not in a casual way, this person confronted them. They said, "You need to stop pretending. Anyone can see how deeply you care about them." That one sentence shattered whatever control they were holding on to. They panicked, because they were exposed. Their feelings they have been hiding for so long, were visible to someone else. And now they're terrified that you might see it too. But that confrontation also opened their eyes. It made them realize something powerful: their fear of losing you is bigger than their fear of facing their past. They cannot keep running anymore. They cannot keep hiding behind their excuses. They cannot keep pretending they're unaffected. And very soon, sooner than you expect, this person will come towards you with a truth so raw, so emotional, so intense that it will change the energy between you forever. Their confession will not just be words, it will be everything they've buried for years finally rising to the surface. Destiny is pushing them. Life is pushing them. Their own heart is pushing them. And nothing will be able to stop the moment that is coming. Amen. Blessing 13:13. And now, my beloved child, brace yourself, because something huge is waiting for you, and this is the part where the truth you were not supposed to know finally comes to the surface. The person who loves you, yes, the one who hides their emotions behind silence, pride, ego, or distance, has reached a breaking point inside their heart. Your appearance, it affects them in a way they cannot understand, cannot process, cannot escape. And the truth is far more explosive than anything you have heard till now. Every time they see you, something deep inside them cracks open. It's not normal attraction. It's not usual chemistry. It's not simple admiration. It's something far more intense. You activate their deepest emotions, their old pain, their hidden desires, their forgotten dreams, their lost innocence, their suppressed hope, and their buried longing. Your appearance triggers all of it at once. You make them feel things they had locked away for years. You remind them of a time when they still believed in love, when they trusted life, when they weren't afraid of their own feelings. You drag them back into vulnerability and softness, places they swore they'd never return to. And this terrifies them. Because your appearance isn't just attractive, it's healing, it's awakening, it's overwhelming. They are scared of how much power you have without trying. They are scared that you can see the truth in their eyes without them speaking a word. They are scared that you make their heart beat again after years of silence. And the most shocking part? They never expected someone like you to appear in their life. You were not in their plan, not in their schedule, not in their control, and that is exactly why you became their destiny. Amen. Blessing 14:14. But now comes the twist that will shake your soul, the truth that even they haven't admitted to themselves fully: your appearance makes them feel unworthy. Yes, unworthy. They think you shine too brightly for someone like them. They think you deserve someone more polished, someone more confident, someone more successful, someone more complete. They look at you and feel small, not because you make them feel that way, but because they have never healed from the wounds that told them they aren't enough. Their problem with your appearance is not a problem at all, it's insecurity disguised as distance. When they see you looking beautiful, confident, expressive, graceful, charming, it hits their self-esteem. They feel like they need to fix themselves before approaching you. They feel like they must change, improve, transform themselves to even stand next to you. They compare themselves to you constantly. They overthink the way they dress, the way they talk, the way they walk, the way they present themselves. They wonder if you secretly think less of them. They fear you will choose someone better. They fear losing you before ever having you. And these fears create chaos inside their heart, a chaos that turns into silence, hesitation, mixed signals, sudden distance, unexpected coldness, strange behavior. But in reality, their silence is love in disguise. Their distance is fear in disguise. Their hesitation is desire in disguise. They want you so deeply that they feel unprepared for the intensity. And this truth is eating them alive, day by day. Amen. Blessing 15:15. Now listen carefully, because this final revelation in part 5 is the most shocking of all. Someone recently confronted them again, yes, again, about the way they behave around you. This time it wasn't a casual observation. It was a direct call out. Someone told them, "Stop pretending. You react to their appearance like you're already in love." And this hit them like a knife. Because it exposed their truth in a way they could no longer run from. After that moment, they started avoiding their own reflection. They started dressing differently. They started checking themselves in the mirror more. They started trying to improve themselves, not because of vanity, but because you matter. They want to look good enough for you. They want to be someone you can proudly choose. They want to match your energy, your presence, your aura. They want to stand beside you without feeling insecure. And deep inside, they are preparing themselves for something huge, something life-changing. Soon, very soon, they will not be able to hold this inside anymore. Their emotions will overflow. Their truth will burst out. Their confession will break the silence between you two. The moment is coming when they will tell you everything, why your appearance scares them, why they admire you, why they hide their feelings, why they can't stay away, and why loving you feels like the most dangerous and beautiful thing that has ever happened to them. Destiny is pushing this moment toward you faster than they can stop it. Amen. Blessing 16:16. Now my beloved child, stay completely focused, because something huge is waiting for you in this part, and the truth I am about to reveal will shake your entire perception of this connection. The person who loves you, yes, the same one who has been battling their emotions in silence, has entered a phase where your appearance is no longer just affecting them, it is consuming them. They think about you even when they try not to. They picture your face at the most unexpected times. Your smile appears in their mind like a flash. Your eyes replay in their memory as if you are right in front of them. And here is the shocking part, your appearance triggers their conscience. Every time they see you or imagine you, it reminds them of the promises they made to themselves long ago, promises they broke. You remind them of the person they wanted to become, the person they lost, the person they buried under pain, failure, heartbreak, and life's weight. Your appearance doesn't just attract them, it challenges them. It exposes them. It pushes them. You make them want to become better. You make them want to live correctly. You make them want to heal. And this sudden internal awakening feels threatening to them, because change, especially emotional change, terrifies them. They were comfortable in numbness. Then you appeared. They were comfortable in detachment. Then you appeared. They were comfortable living half-heartedly. Then you appeared. Your appearance is the spark that reignited a fire they never thought they'd feel again. And that fire is burning through all their excuses now. Amen. Blessing 17:17. But wait, the truth goes even deeper, deeper than anything they would ever admit to another soul. The problem they have with your appearance has reached the point where they are scared that others will notice how strongly they react to you. They are terrified someone will see the softness in their eyes when you walk in. They are scared someone will notice how their heartbeat jumps when you smile. They are afraid someone will catch them staring at you longer than they should. And the most shocking part? They've already been caught. Yes, more than once. People around them have started giving them that look. Someone even teased them lightly about you recently, and they froze. In that moment, their entire act of indifference shattered. They panicked. They became overly defensive. They changed the topic instantly. Why? Because your appearance impacts them so deeply that they can't hide it anymore. And they are terrified that if people notice, you might notice too. They think if you realize how strongly they feel, you might pull away. They believe their emotions will scare you. What they don't know is that destiny is quietly aligning both your energies, bringing you closer and closer to a turning point neither of you can avoid. And once that point arrives, nothing, not fear, not ego, not insecurity, will be able to stop what's meant to happen. Amen. Blessing 18:18. Now prepare yourself for the most explosive revelation of Part 6, because this is where the truth hits deeper than ever before. Recently, this person did something unusual, something they haven't told anyone about. After seeing you, they went home and genuinely questioned themselves. They looked in the mirror for a long time. They examined their face, their posture, their expression. They analyzed themselves with unusual intensity. And inside their mind, they whispered something like, "I need to be better. I need to improve. I need to become someone worthy of them." This is not vanity. This is not insecurity. This is love pushing them into self-reflection. Your appearance makes them want to become a better version of themselves. And that desire scares them, because they've never felt this motivated for anyone before. They've never felt this deeply connected. They've never felt this emotionally exposed. Your presence has awakened their heart. Your aura has awakened their desire. Your appearance has awakened their destiny. And now, the emotional pressure inside them is reaching a point where soon, very soon, they will not be able to hold back. Their confession is getting closer. Their truth is getting heavier. Their silence is breaking. And when it breaks, it will shatter everything they've been hiding, revealing the love they've been carrying for you in every heartbeat. Amen. Blessing 19:19. My beloved child, now the real storm begins, so don't even blink, something huge is waiting for you in these next lines. The person who loves you has reached a point where their emotions are no longer just hidden, they're overflowing, shaking their entire world from the inside. Their problem with your appearance has transformed into something far more intense, far more uncontrollable, far more dangerous to their own emotional stability. Whenever they see you, their heart stops first, and then starts racing faster than it ever has. Your appearance doesn't just attract them, it unlocks them. You awaken memories, desires, hopes, fears, and suppressed emotions all at once. You are the face that breaks through their emotional armor, the presence that melts their strongest defenses, the energy that pulls them into a grip they cannot escape. They try to look away but fail. They try to act normal but fail. They try to appear unaffected but fail. Because deep down, this person can't even breathe properly when you're near. They feel you in their chest, in their heartbeat, in their thoughts, in the air around them. And their biggest fear now is this: what if you realize how much power your appearance has over them? They're terrified that if you notice their weakness, you might walk away. What they don't know is that destiny is already tightening the bond between you two, making the confession they're resisting unavoidable. Amen. Blessing 2020. But listen closely, because this part will shock you harder than anything before. They've started avoiding mirrors after seeing you. Yes, your appearance makes them reflect on themselves so deeply that it emotionally destabilizes them. They look at you and suddenly become hyper-aware of everything about themselves, their flaws, their scars, their past mistakes, their insecurities, their unhealed wounds. You make them confront the parts of themselves they usually avoid. You make them remember the potential they wasted. You make them feel the strength they lost. You make them see the goodness they stopped believing they had. This emotional confrontation is overwhelming for them. They don't understand how someone like you, someone with such presence, such natural charm, such undeniable glow, would even look in their direction. They feel undeserving. They feel unprepared. They feel exposed. And that is why they act distant at times. It's not because they see a problem in you, it's because they see a problem in themselves. They are terrified of not being enough for you. Terrified you might one day look at them and feel disappointed. Terrified that this connection, which feels like destiny, might break their heart if they don't fix themselves first. But what they're learning slowly is this: they can't outrun a connection written for them. And your appearance, a reminder of everything they ever wanted, is pulling them toward an emotional explosion they can't stop. Amen. Blessing 21:21. Now comes the revelation that will shake your chest, the truth that will make everything make sense. This person has recently started researching, reading, or asking advice about how to improve themselves. They're trying to learn how to present themselves better. They're trying to take care of their appearance in ways they never did before. They're trying to become more confident, more stable, more collected, more expressive, all because of you. Someone around them noticed this transformation and asked them directly, "Who are you trying to impress?" And in that moment, they went silent. Their face changed. Their heartbeat jumped. And the only image that flashed in their mind was you. This silence exposed them to themselves. They realized they weren't trying to impress the world. They were trying to become someone you wouldn't hesitate to choose. Someone you'd be proud to stand beside. Someone who could match your energy. Someone who could carry the weight of loving you. Your appearance, the way you carry yourself, the way you glow, the way you walk into a room, has inspired them to rise, to grow, to evolve. And this transformation is not slowing down, it's speeding up. Very soon, their emotions will overflow. Very soon, their heart will speak. And very soon, this person will reveal exactly how deeply, painfully, powerfully your appearance has affected them. This confession will not be small. It will be life-changing. Amen. Blessing 22:22.